Hey there, what's going on? I want to thank you so much for watching this video. You can go ahead and press that subscribe button and also press the like button so you can get more action in what I will be sharing with you in the coming days, weeks, and months. So let's get right to it. The Last 48. You're probably familiar with a TV show called The First 48. It's a crime show and it talks about how imperative the first 48 hours are to solving a crime. And if they're able to, get witnesses and do certain thing within the first 48, the chances of them solving the case goes up by a lot. And so I want to take that same thought, that same angle, and tell you how the last 48 hours of a fast is so important. I believe that what you decide to do in the last 48 hours can really help what happens after the fast. Because let's be honest, we don't do a fast just to do a fast, right? We do a fast to seek the face of God, to allow ourselves to be transformed, and honestly, to break off some things, right? Break off some patterns, break off some habits, but then also encounter God. And so what I want to share with you today are 3 things that I think are highly important for you to do in the last 48 hours of your fast. You might have been doing a Daniel fast, which was 21 days, or maybe you did 10 days, maybe you're doing a week, whatever that time frame is. I want you to take into consideration the things that I'm about to share with you. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to do as you are now in your last 48 hours of this fast is I want you to journal. That's right. I want you to journal. Journaling is such an amazing tool. I think something that we forget that is how the Psalms were really written. It's almost David's journal. It's him crying out his heart to God. It's him saying honestly what he's experiencing. And we are reading his journal. And so as we are in this intimate time with God, I promise you that you have experienced some things that are noteworthy. And so that is why you should journal. So I want to give you 3 things that you should journal. One of the first things that you can journal is, what did God show you? During these last 21 days, what did God speak to your heart? What did he reveal to you about yourself? Are you really impatient? Or do you have a stronghold in some areas? How did you even surprise yourself? Okay. I know for myself, I remember being in Best Buy. Okay. I'm in an electronics store, right? I was not looking to be tempted in an electronics store, but I'm at an electronics store. I'm about to check out and I see a pack of Sour Patch Kids. Now, that might not mean nothing to you, but my weakness is candy. Do you hear me? Sweets. I don't have a sweet tooth. I have a sweet mouth, okay? So I remember having to really talk to myself. No, Jen, we are not having Sour Patch Kids today. No, we are resisting that. We are staying committed to this fast. God help me to resist this temptation. So that was my personal account. So maybe something like that happened to you during this fasting season. And I want you to record that. I want you to record it because you are really giving props to yourself for resisting and seeing how strong you can really be and how you can resist temptation. And I believe that that's something that should be celebrated, okay? And then the other thing that you can journal are answered prayers. Now, again, if you're not praying while you're fasting, then you're just doing a diet. So I want you to think about if there were any prayers that were answered during your fasting time. I don't know if you were praying for healing, if you were praying for peace of mind, if you were praying for direction. You could have been praying for a lot of different things, but go ahead and record what prayers were answered during your time of prayer and fasting. So again, right? You can journal anything God showed you about yourself, about a situation, about any revelation that he gave you during this time. You can write down your answered prayers, and then you can write down about the time that you resisted temptation. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing, journal. Then the second thing that I want you to do is to decide right now. Decide right now, not after the fast is over. Decide right now what you want to continue to flow after the fast is over, okay? Think about it. You've been on this journey for over 20 days, right? And so I know that you have felt something different in your body, maybe physically. Maybe you're not even taking your high blood pressure medication anymore. Maybe you feel like you have way more energy. Maybe you feel like you're closer to God. Maybe it might have been something spiritual or physical, one way or the other. I know you've had some kind of change and transformation in your life. So with that, I want you to consider, what is it that you want to continue? What rhythm do you want to continue? Do you want to keep on getting up at 6 a.m. and praying every morning at 6 a.m.? Do you want to maybe just do a meatless Monday and not have meat in your diet on Mondays? I know for myself, I'm going to limit myself, limit. I'm going to limit myself to dessert only 2 to 3 times a week. Now for me, I like dessert all the time. Maybe you're a coffee drinker and you're saying, you know what, I'm only doing coffee on these certain days. Or maybe you're going to do what they call half calf, where it's decaf and regular caffeinated coffee, but it's like split in half. And maybe that can help with the addiction, if you will, to coffee, okay? But I want you to think about, what is it that you are going to continue in, and what are you going to cut out before the fast ends, okay? And then the final thing that I want you to do, as we are in this last 48 hours of this fast, I want you to don't stop. What did Michael Jackson say? Don't stop till you get enough. Don't stop fasting. I'm not saying to fast for the rest of your life. No, keep the habit of fasting going. This is a spiritual discipline that Jesus practiced, that his disciples practiced, and even us as believers, obviously, that we should continue. And so I want to encourage you to not make fasting just something that you do at the beginning of the year. I want you to keep this practice going. You might be saying, how? How do I keep it going? Well, at our church, we fast corporately every week on Tuesday. So you can consider a weekly fast. You pick a day of the week that works. And for us, we fast from sunup to 4 p.m. with just water. And you might be saying, like, why? Why should I just continue with this fasting? Like, again, you have experienced so many benefits of fasting. You have been able to commune with God in a more intimate way, right? You've been able to dedicate time to prayer and fasting and meditating on God's word. That reaps benefits. You get to keep in communion with God. So if nothing else, that is why we should. But then also you should consider it because it strengthens your prayers, okay? Also, it allows you to seek God in an intimate way. And I believe that certain things come off of us as we kill the flesh, right? We kill the flesh. Why? To allow the spirit to live. And so there's so many benefits and things that you can consider on why you should make this a regular practice, not just something that you do at the top of the year and that's it. The other thing that I want to encourage you with as it relates to fasting, as you keep this habit going, is to make sure that you bring your desires to God. Okay, spend time worshiping. So that time that you would have spent eating a meal, turn that into your prayer time. Turn that into your devotional time. Turn that into your worship time, okay? And really get in the face of God. I'm telling you, you will see yourself transformed, okay? Because not only has your desire been increased for God, but now you have a discipline that matches that desire. You are shifting your life in a way that makes space for God, and you are also caring for your soul. And so with that, I just want to give you a few things to do in this last 48 hours of this fast so you can end the fast strong, but then also keep on going strong. And then I should give a forewarning, depending on what you fasted from, how, do not go all the way in. I know we get excited once these fast ends and we just go to the left. You eating ribs, you taking in all, you will get sugar headaches, you will get hecka antsy, especially if you haven't had coffee this whole time. So if you chug several cups of coffee afterwards, you are going to regret it afterwards. Because think about it, your system has been made clean to a certain extent, right? And then you put all that junk in your body and you can get sick. Okay, so that was just my final warning right there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it encourages you to take some action and put some of the things that I shared into practice. How about this? If you found value from this video, how about you share it with someone else? And I thank you so much for watching. I'll be back in a little bit with some more content that's really going to inspire you and help you to be your best self. Until then, peace out.